Hey, what's up guys? Bros here with a video on the one-eye mask and its nerf and its viability currently. First thing I want to point out is this is pre-nerf gameplay. I have some pre-nerf gameplay right now and some post-nerf gameplay afterwards. First thing that I want to point out is I'm a hunter main. Uh, don't main Titan, don't cape for Titans. And I want to say that I don't think one-eye mask needed a nerf. I know, I'm sure you guys are going to kill me in the comment section. But I
Level
believe
7, bro.
that Bungie should buff things rather than nerf them.
I am,
I
but
plan on making a
go ahead.
video in the future speaking more on that.
You killed me at
But
level 7. You still
remember, in
alive.
D1, we complained about everything and everything got nerfed, and then we ended up with year 3, which everyone basically hated. Sidearm meta with fusion
So the
grenades.
biddies and everything
We
cost
don't
extra.
want
Okay,
to cry nerf on everything. Some things need to be nerfed.
level 7.
Telesto and Wave Splitter, they needed to go. But One Eye Mask, I find it to be one of the coolest exotics they've ever made. It's definitely one of the most OP exotics. I'm not saying it's not OP. It's pretty broken, or was pretty broken. But I think it would have been much cooler to bring more broken exotics because that's what made D1 fun. Two tap Last Word, two tap
What?
Thorn. That's when people loved D1 the most. So I don't think we should be crying to nerf an exotic when they make it amazing. Now I do understand if you're
I
a
don't respect
warlock or a hunter, you're
anything going
pissed
on
to
right
see an
now.
exotic like this. But remember, Hunter did have the Worm Husk and the Gemini Jester, which I find both of those to be worse than One Eye Mask. Now these are my opinions. I don't expect anyone to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, I don't mind. Just be respectful about it. So I feel like I need to talk a little bit more
That's a good.
about
That's going in the
when I say
montage.
I don't think
That'll
the
be in the
exotic needed to
montage.
be nerfed. The reason that I don't
That'll be
think it
in the.
needed to be nerfed, which may sound crazy to some of you guys, just hear my logic, is that when you get shot or when you shoot somebody with one eye mask, it lets you know on the bottom of your screen that you're marked.
Oh, I missed you,
A lot of
Star.
people complaining
Some of the shit
will
you can
peek
pull.
that lane again, knowing they'll be pre-fired, or push a guy, that a one eye mask guy with a shotgun, who sees the crosshair coming at him, so of course he's going to outplay you. So many people get marked by vengeance, and it lets them know, and they still make a terrible play, terrible challenge, terrible push. Give the guy overshield, and then someone else on their team dies. If you get tagged or marked because you tagged the Titan, just avoid it. Just run away. Or, make sure a teammate's with you if you're going to challenge. It's easily avoidable. Now, it does suck to play that way, to disengage, but it's so easy to just turn away from the exotic and go the other way. Also, it's easy to bait it. I've baited so many one-eye masks. I'll, push a corner halfway, then back up, and they'll jump out because they think that I'm going to push all the way. It's pretty easy, man. Now, the exotic is extremely strong. By no means do I mean that. But it's different to a Gemini Jester where you just press circle twice. There's no skill involved, and you can just press circle twice as much as you want. Same with Wormhusk. You just press circle twice, you got your health back. And of course, I'm speaking about Wormhusk in the previous meta. In this meta, it wouldn't be as good because of all the one-shot kill weapons. I guess what I'm saying about the one-eye mask is even though it's extremely OP, there is a skill gap on it. You don't just press circle twice and get an overshield and a kill and all these things. I've played against so many players who couldn't compete with me even though they had one-eye mask on. Now, I'm a different skill level compared to most, but I've played against Gemini Jester when it was the meta, and there was nothing that I could do. No matter how good I was, when they took my radar away and they had radar, they just outplayed me. They were able to always get behind me or get to my side. With one-eye mask, I'm marked. I know I'm marked. If I challenge, that's on me. And if I do challenge, that person has to have better gun skill than me. So, you do have wall hacks. It's OP. But at the same time, if you don't have good aim or you don't know how to get kills, it's not going to make you a better player. You can put on one-eye mask, but if you suck at the game, you suck at the game. You can put on Gemini Jester and suck at the game, but press circle twice and be at a huge advantage, an even bigger advantage than having a hack, a wall hack on your opponent. And if you think about it, it's a really strong exotic in the right hands. But what exotic isn't? A warlock with Ophidian aspects is going to outplay you if he's a god. A hunter with stompies is going to outplay you if he's a god. So, it is what it is. Now, even though I don't think the one-eye mask needed a nerf, or if it did need a nerf, I think it needed a slight nerf. It got nerfed, and it got nerfed hard. First thing that they did was they decreased the tracking, or the vengeance, by 7 seconds. They decreased it from 15 to 8, which is an okay nerf. Understand it. But then they went and then they nerfed the health regen. So now your health doesn't regen immediately like it used to. So when you got to kill before the nerf, your health will go up immediately and then your overshield would start to form. Now, when you get a kill, your health goes up with the overshield. This is a huge nerf. When I use this mask, now compared to before, I could play so aggressive. You get a kill off somebody who tagged you and you're basically insta healed. That was pretty broken. And the last nerf they did was they took away one-eye mask in your super. If I was working for Bungie and I was in charge of nerfs, me personally, that is the only nerf that I would have made. One-eye mask with a super is the craziest shit I've ever seen. Excuse my French. But I'm really upset at how strong supers are in this game. Not going to get too into it. But one of the things I loved about D1 is you could snipe supers or you could shotgun melee supers. In this game, you have to team shot with like 3 people, or you have to have a war clip coil, or you have to have another super. Your options are very limited on how to outplay a super. The best option is to always run. One-eye mask made that even worse. So now when you activate super, you lose the tracking on whoever you have tracked, and you can't get an overshield while in super anymore. I think that was a good nerf. But overall, I don't think they should have nerfed this in every way possible. It's kind of like what they did to Nova Warp. Nova Warp got killed. Now, One-Eye Mask didn't get killed. It wasn't as extreme as Nova Warp. I don't even see Nova Warps in the Crucible anymore. I'm sure we'll still see One-Eye Mask. I see him here and there. But me personally, I'm going to switch from One-Eye Mask, I think, to Synthoceps. But to sum up the point that I would like to make with this entire video is I wish Bungie would have given a Warlock and a Hunter a One-Eye Mask type exotic. And I don't mean the same perk set or one that functions the same, but an exotic so strong that the other 2 characters are complaining about it. Because if each character had 1 or 2 of those exotics, then we wouldn't be crying for One-Eye Mask nerf. Because we would all know, every character would know, we all have an exotic that's that strong. And I think the Crucible would be a lot more fun personally if the exotics were stronger. Now, I know a lot of people won't agree with that, but I think we should buff rather than nerf. Same with the shotgun nerf. I wish they would have buffed snipers instead of nerfing shotguns. Because like I say, in D1, we went down the nerf road and it ended very badly. So think about that, guys. And I'm sure the comment section will be hilarious. You guys are probably going to be cussing me out. But I still love y'all, man. Just take it easy on me. This is my opinion. This has always been my opinion. And this is the opinion of a hunter. I'm not a Titan main caping for One-Eye Mask. I main hunter. And I think One-Eye Mask was a great exotic, and it could have led the way for more great exotics for other characters. But instead they nerfed it, unfortunately. I'm sure a lot of you guys are happy. And it's probably the right decision to make. Even though I wouldn't have made it, I think it's the right decision to make if they're not going to give us exotics for the other characters that are as strong or as good or as game-breaking. Then yeah, it needed to be nerfed. It's the easy way. But me personally, Bungie would have gave the Hunter an exotic this strong, the Warlock an exotic this strong. Would have been amazing. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, man. I love you all, and please let me have it in the comment sections. Catch you all next time.
Down. Let them come. This is their fate. down. One after another.